The Pukwudgie are a tribe of cunning, evil, and mysterious troll-like creatures who are said to have haunted Native American tribes for hundreds of years.
They would steal people's weapons and tools and clothing. Sometimes they would start fires. And then they really became not just a nuisance, but very dangerous. They started kidnapping and killing the native children. They started setting fire to whole villages. And they drove the native people into the forest and then killed them.
Despite their small stature, the Potwuji are menacing creatures. According to legend, they possess the ability to shapeshift, to create spontaneous bursts of fire, and to attack their enemies with a wide variety of poisonous weapons.
History has shown that the Pukwudgie doesn't give up. Certainly over time, many people have had minor injuries, but there's also reports of death, either by what seems to be an accident and could easily have been Pukwudgie involvement, or from suicide that the Pukwudgies seem to have influenced. You have a wide range. Whatever the Pukwudgie's in the mood for that day, that's the destruction that he lets loose.
The primitive creature, often referred to as the Wildman, is a hulking descendant of the prehistoric Neanderthal. Possessing a pronounced brow and jaw and intense physical strength, the Neanderthal is thought to have gone extinct nearly 25,000 years ago. Yet rumored sightings have indicated that some form of Neanderthal may still exist today.
Wild men and wild women, as a matter of fact, have been sighted in the Caucasus and also in Kazakhstan, where there's been interreaction with the population and the wild people.
In 2008, documentarian Jonathan Downes searched the mountains of southern Russia for evidence of a living wild man. There, he discovered several eyewitnesses who claimed to have had run-ins with a creature also known as the Almasty.
One old man called Bahua Tilov had seen Almasties on several occasions. The first time was whilst he was working. He saw a large Almasty with two smaller ones sitting amongst the rocks. As he approached, the trio of beasts retreated.
Because of its similarity to humans, skeptics have written off most wildman sightings as cases of mistaken identity. But recent evidence has been found linking creatures living today with the prehistoric Neanderthal.
The footprints that some have left are identical to footprints that have been found that Neanderthals in prehistoric times actually made.
And if a Neanderthal man is indeed living in the modern-day forest, away from human contact, it only stands to reason that its first encounter with a human could have dangerous results. From subways to streets, sewers, ships, and even jungles, rats have long been considered nothing more than a common pest. But reports of abnormally large-sized rats have sent adventurers searching the globe to catch a glimpse of these legendary beasts.
There are all these stories of giant rats. Just recently, a new rat was actually found in Papua New Guinea in a volcanic crater. And this thing was about that big, and it was woolly. But it was a true rat.
Reports from the jungle regions of Venezuela state that giant rats can reach up to 4 feet in length and upwards of 200 pounds. Recent rumors out of China describe an enormous rat with a 1-foot tail and teeth the same size as a large dog. And in India and Sri Lanka, stories have been told of giant rats so vicious they have even eaten small children. With all the mounting evidence found worldwide pointing to the existence of terrifying, giant-sized rats, one thing is abundantly clear. You do not want to find yourself face-to-face with one.
If you were cornered with a giant rat, you'd really have to know what to do, and probably most people would not survive.
Smithville, New Jersey. According to legend, in 1735, a woman named Mother Leeds found herself pregnant for the 13th time. In absolute exasperation, she shouted, "Let this one be a devil." Unfortunately, 9 months later, her wish came true.
The story goes that when the child was born, it was monstrous. It had wings, it had hoofs, it bit the mother and then flew out of the chimney.
Throughout the 1800s, there were numerous reports in southern New Jersey of missing and mutilated livestock. People said chilling screams preceded the attacks. Locals blamed the Jersey Devil.
Quite a few people, notable people, and well-respected people have gone on record stating that they have seen this thing. One of them being Napoleon Bonaparte's older brother, Joseph.
Legend has it there have been over 1,000 sightings of a creature known as the Jersey Devil. And eyewitness claims throughout North America continue to this day at the rate of 15 to 20 per year.
I'm not entirely sure if a Jersey Devil would be afraid of a human, because there's different reports on just how big this being possibly is. Some reports say that it's 3.5 feet tall, others say that it's 7 feet tall, and others say that it's 20 feet tall. That being said, I would think that it has the advantage over us.
The Mothman is a legendary creature, rumored to be linked to numerous major disasters around the world since he was first spotted in the mid-60s. Point Pleasant, West Virginia, 1966. Two young couples were traveling late at night along Route 62 when they claimed they saw a tall, muscular creature with glowing red eyes and large moth-like wings.
And this creature followed their car, and they sped away up to 100 miles per hour, but the creature kept up to pace with them, and they were absolutely out of their minds with fright.
In the following days, several more witnesses would claim to have seen the creature, now dubbed the Mothman. But suddenly, the sightings stopped. That is, until the following year, when reports of the Mothman re-emerged just before the collapse of the Silver Bridge, a disaster that killed 46 people.
It's just something that I guess probably be in my mind all my life.
There are lots of schools of thought about what Mothman's purpose is. Some believe that he actually causes structures to fall, like the Silver Bridge in Marietta. Also Chernobyl. Mothman was sighted right before Chernobyl exploded.
Since the Silver Bridge tragedy, whenever catastrophe strikes, rumors of Mothman sightings seem to grow.
This bridge was 64 feet above the water in the Mississippi River, built in 1967, and it has collapsed.
If we go back to August of 2007, we had the collapse of a bridge on I-35 near Minneapolis, which killed many commuters. And again, we hear of reports of the Mothman.
Numerous deaths and disasters around the world have been linked back to the Mothman, including the devastating tsunami that hit Southeast Asia in 2004. Many believe the Mothman is a beacon of evil and a devastating threat to humanity.
I don't believe that the Mothman can be stopped or killed. I don't believe that we have what it takes as human beings intelligently or via weapons that will kill whatever this is.